Get right down to it. The spa business is no different than any other business.
It better be. 4 out of 5 businesses fail every year.
Not Avalon.
Even though you're totally dependent on women for your success, right?
Alan, men use spas, too. They have for quite some time.
No, what I'm saying is these particular kinds of spas, though, are specifically geared to the wealthier, more educated, more sophisticated woman.
As well as the professional woman.
They're all the same, though.
Are you ladies gonna let him get away with that?
No, wait a minute. Let me finish. What I am saying is this particular breed of woman is fickle.
About fads, maybe. But Avalon is not a fad. It's a life-preserving resource, Alan.
Until a better one comes along.
My dear, this woman has been in this business for quite some time and doing quite well, I might add. I don't really think she appreciates nor does she want your advice.
Oh, no, it's okay. Every man's entitled to his opinion. But Monica's right. I'm doing very well, thank you, because of my upwardly mobile women clients. They're a major part of the market and growing every day.
Ah, I will drink to that.
So will I. To women everywhere. Onward and upward.
A man who obviously appreciates women.
That I do. And talking about women, I'm gonna go get Celia.
Oh, the designer. I would like to meet her.
Well, you will in just a second. I'll be right back. I'm sure you two will get along just fine.
Why do I get the feeling there's something between Jamili and Celia?
Because there was. But it's ended now.
Well, what ended it?
Well,
What ends all good relationships? She got married. Family's a bunch of people that have to be nice to each other because they're related.
And that's good, Alan, because it means weaknesses are overlooked and love outweighs the problems.
What does that add up to?
Unconditional love.
exactly. Exactly the bond that I have been missing. Alan, there was never a place I could go where I would be given love unconditionally, or a mother that would say, I love you despite everything.
I say I love you lots of times.
You're my husband. That's different.
Don't you see? Your mother has comforted you over the years, not because you're her favorite person, not because you're so special. It's because you're her son, so she loves you.
I knew there was a reason.
Don't be bitter.
But don't you see? I've been lacking in a family bond.
Well, maybe that's true for a woman, but you know, a man just must learn to exist in this world by himself. That's it.
Oh, very good, macho talk.
I just thought you should understand why family is so important to Monica.
Fine. What I don't understand is why Monica is so important to you. That's what puzzles me.
Because I share her need.
I have a need. I have a need for a drink.
I just want you to know that I'm glad you're here. I mean, it may take a little getting used to, but it feels right.
Well, I hope it stays that way for you.
Oh, boy, when you've been waiting as long as I have.
I'm just sorry I had to virtually take you by surprise.
Don't worry. It was a very pleasant surprise.
Unfortunately, I don't think Alan shares your enthusiasm.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you meet the rest of the family.
Aha, here is the man, the rest of the family.
A stiff one, Alan. It's been a long day.
Do you think so? It's not over yet.
Edward, I would like you to meet Lorena Sharp.
How do you do, Mr. Quartermain? You don't know how I've looked forward to meeting you.
Oh, do call him Edward. Everyone else does.
If it's all right.
Well, usually I like to get to know somebody a little bit better.
My attitude also must be because of all Vanessa's told me. You made quite an impression, Mr. Quartermain. Vanessa said you were the last of the great gentlemen of the world.
Well, obviously a lady of good taste. She spoke very highly of you, too. Now, please, call me Edward.
Lorena.
My cousin and I have just been getting acquainted.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was thinking Avalon Spas, but it is cousin Lorena, too, isn't it?
Wait till you hear the whole story. Straight out of real-life romance.
When'd you start reading that garbage, Alan?
As they say, sometimes the truth's harder to believe than fiction.
Well, also being one of the last of the world's great skeptics, I couldn't agree with you more.
I'm afraid this might be your toughest sale.
Oh, I don't know. They say I'm a pretty good salesperson.
Well, I must warn you, my sales resistance is legendary, too.
Well, I like to think the truth wins out.
That's my motto.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's right, Monica. Malign me in front of our new business partner.
No, I was just warning her.
Well, I didn't find her. I stopped by the kitchen, talked to Stella. She said they left about, she saw them leave about an hour ago.
Them?
You know, Celia and Grant, Jimmy wants to introduce Lorena to Celia.
We'll have to do it some other time.
Well, as long as it's soon.
You got it.
Listen, when you came by the kitchen, did Stella say anything about dinner?
No, but I smelled it. Lamb. Should be just about done.
Oh, well, I better get Lila. Well, it was nice meeting you, Lorena. I'm sure we'll meet soon again.
Mm-hmm. You certainly shall in about 10 minutes. She will be joining us for dinner.
Oh, marvelous.
Oh, and you're welcome to stay for dinner, too.
Thanks.
One big happy family, huh?
I'm afraid I still feel like an outsider. Monica, thank you for your hospitality, but I've reserved my room at the hotel for a week.
Well, at least you can join us for dinner.
Thank you so much, but I'm extremely tired from my trip. I think I'll eat my room tonight. Another time, perhaps.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You're still welcome, Jimmy Lee.
No, I'm Lorena's ride.
What do you mean? We can arrange for transportation for the guests?
Oh, no, I wouldn't trouble you. Came with Jimmy Lee. He can take me home.
If you say so.
Let me get your coat. And if you talk to Celia, tell her we're looking for her, okay?
Mm-hmm. Bye. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I like her. Maybe even a lot.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, boy. To know happiness is to know a full stomach.
A full stomach? You ate like you were rehearsing for the famine. You had Stella go back and forth to that kitchen so many times the door was spinning.
Well, what can I say? You all know I love lamb and gravy.
Yeah, but 3 helpings. It was disgusting. Mother had to excuse herself from the table.
Well, you know, every man has his weakness. Mine just happens to be enjoying a good meal leisurely with my family.
I must say, it was very nice. We got through an entire meal without an argument.
Well, it must have been because Monica was so quiet.
I don't instigate all the arguments, Edward.
Oh, yes, that's right. It does take 2, Monica. Well, I was busy stuffing my face. What's your excuse?
Not on my mind.
Monica, she's a cousin. She's not a sister. She's not a mother. She's barely a relative. You know, I've got at least half a dozen cousins I've never even met.
At least that many.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're treating Lorena as if it was the second coming.
Yeah, she's a distant relative, a stranger. Any thoughts you might have about a great big happy family, you can put out of your mind right now.
Listen to yourself. Do you hear? Really? I mean, who are you? Are you that threatened by this woman?
She has created a weakness in you, Monica. We can see it.
And you're grasping at something that's just not there.
Family. I am grasping at a family.
Blindly, stupidly. You know nothing about this woman.
Well, can't I at least give her the benefit of the doubt?
Why should you, Monica? She deceived you in the first place about her name.
She explained that, Alan. She said she wanted to preserve a strictly business relationship.
Which is another reason we should be wary. You know, money knows no family ties or loyalty. Something this family is a very good example of.
Absolutely. We have to get down to money. It always happens.
Well,
definitely.
Don't you care about your investment in Avalon?
Of course I do.
Then be smart. You've got to look at this woman objectively. I mean, just because she's holding the cards, Monica, doesn't mean that you have to fold.
That is your worst analogy ever, Alan.
Yeah, but a good point, however.
Can't I treat her as a friend? Look, I'm not thoroughly convinced she is an actual relative. But until then, can't we at least be civil to her until we find out the real truth?
You be civil. I'm keeping my distance.
Same with me.
Don't you have any idea that this woman could be very important to my past?
It's your past, Monica.
Yes, your great big secret. We want no part of it.
Well, too bad, because she's coming back here. I'm having her for dinner tomorrow night.
Oh, what a pity. I shall be unable to attend. Previous engagement.
I can't either. I'm having dinner with the dean of the medical school. I'm going to put another word in for Grant Putnam.
Well, that's nice. I shall have her all to myself. Excuse me.
Now, what are you doing?
What I am doing is calling Lorena and inviting her to dinner. Lorena Sharp's room, please.
She has a good point, Al.
This Lorena's no good, Father. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, she isn't. We ought to be there to find out for ourselves. Otherwise, we may wake up one morning and find out that Monica's given away the whole store.
Better keep an eye on her.
On Lorena and Monica, both.
That's odd. No answer. She said she was staying in tonight, didn't she?
That's the impression I got.
Yeah, too tired from the trip was the excuse.
Must have been a very speedy recovery, Monica.
Or maybe she just didn't want to answer the phone. Well, it makes no difference. I'll just call her tomorrow. Maybe I'll just push it to lunch. Good night, Alan. Good night, Edward.
Good night. Well, what do you think?
I think we have to watch them both.
I'll tell you what, Monica may be difficult, but she's very level-headed. She won't rest until she knows for sure that this Lorena is the real thing.
Well, what worries me is she may already be sure. Keep your eyes and ears open. This could be a disaster for both of us.